Mr. Amit, how is RedDoorz developing in other cities?
So it's developing well. I think we are in more than 250 cities in Indonesia. So it's fair to say that every small place, every place has a RedDoorz. We are very excited. Wherever people are building, so we have to understand RedDoorz is a technology company. So wherever people are building assets, we make sure that they can make more money from the assets because we have real-time data on how customers are behaving, how to price those hotels, and also a very, very strong loyalty program. So cities where there's a lot of accommodation or economic activity happening, we are very excited about those cities.
Okay, does RedDoorz plan to expand into the new regions or markets in 2024?
So I think it is a time for focus. RedDoorz continues to focus heavily in Indonesia and invest in Indonesia and the Philippines. So we don't plan to expand into any other countries, but within Indonesia, different market segments is something we want to continue to focus and just deliver a much better customer experience for our customers and more profit for our hotel owners.
How about in Balikpapan?
Yeah, very exciting. Again, as I said, right, exciting economic activities, exciting macro trends. People are building more, and then people say, hey, how do we run these properties? How do we fill them up? And then RedDoorz is a perfect partner for that. So we are super excited, and we want to support in any possible way that we can.
Okay, what is RedDoorz strategy in facing increasingly fierce competition in hospitality industry in Indonesia?
I think there is enough for everybody to go around. I think the hospitality industry is still new, nascent, and we have like long runway to grow, not only ourselves, but along with our competition. I don't think we are worried too much about competitors, simply because RedDoorz uses one particular thing, which is technology, to forecast trends, and nobody else does that in a way which is so relevant to our hotel partners. So we are not so worried about competition. There's enough for everybody to prosper.
Talking about challenges, what challenges has RedDoorz faced so far?
Yeah, well, I was telling you before we started, like last time I came to CNBC was in 2019, and that was before the pandemic. So it was a completely different world. Today, surviving the pandemic was like the biggest challenge which we came about, partnering with the government in various initiatives, making sure that we do whatever we need to do to survive, to make sure our partners, hotel partners also make whatever money they can during that period, was the biggest challenge. Of course, we emerged strong. A lot of the competition died during that period, so we emerged strong. And now we are looking forward the next 7-8 years of very good growth, along with the growth of Southeast Asia and the growth of Indonesia, which will be part of the RedDoorz story.
Okay, so how does RedDoorz plan to improve customer experience in 2024?
So it's about technology. We kind of figured out that it is not possible for us to police our hotels to make sure that they deliver a good experience. They have to want, from an incentive perspective and repeat customer perspective, to deliver a good hotel experience. So we use technology to make sure that our customers who have a good experience publish it, and those hotels which deliver consistently are part of the top hotel program, and those top hotels get more bookings. So it's a virtuous cycle, right? Good experience, more money, more customers. Keep going back again and again.
Okay, thank you. So customer experience is everything, right?
It's critical. Otherwise, you won't have them coming back.
Okay. So what are the occupancy and the revenue growth targets for 2024?
So revenue growth, we're looking at 30% growth. I think occupancy is pretty much slightly better than last year, but pretty much flat right now. We are hoping for a better second half of the year. Generally, from August to December is better, especially in the last, around December. So we're looking at 30% growth. We're looking at a full year break even for RedDoorz. And we're looking for a solid foundation for 2025 and 2026.
Okay, Mr. Amit, does RedDoorz plan to expand into new regions or markets in 2024?
So only within Indonesia and only within Philippines. More cities, more segments, but no more new countries as of this year.
Okay, does RedDoorz have concrete plans to conduct an IPO maybe in the near future?
Yes, no, absolutely. I think we've always said, right, the story for RedDoorz is a story which we are going to build to last. We're going to continue for the next 50 years, much beyond you and I and my colleagues are going to be on this planet, right? So you want to build a company built to last. IPO is a logical part of that journey, but the markets on IPO, as you know, is like fairly rocky. But we're keeping a key eye out on best opportunity. I hope by 2027 or 2026 end, we're in a solid position for an IPO.
Okay, so what is the target in 2025?
So continue growth, profitable growth. I think, we are a growth-oriented company. In a market where there's opportunity for funding on the private side have become increasingly limited, and we have to make our own money to spend, that kind of reduces the fuel which we have for great expansion. My hope for 2025 is that the interest rates go down, the availability of private capital increases, and we can continue to build the largest hospitality company in Southeast Asia. We're kind of bored with 20-25% growth rates. I think our DNA is for at least 50-60% growth rate, and for that we need fuel, and the fuel is money. Till that time, till macros improve, we do what we're trying to do, which is profitable growth at about 20-25% year-on-year growth base.